Really hope there were no sound issues with that one. Wouldn't that be unfortunate if I didn't check and it just didn't end up mattering, eh? Well, let's check, shall we? Well, let's check, shall we? Beautiful. Well, let's check, shall we? Oh God, that went. The echo went into the echo. That's right. That's right. That's how that works. Well, hello there. Good mythical morning, everybody. It is Friday morning, and I'm here doing a little stream for y'all folks. Circumstances at the moment happen to lead me to instead of streaming at 5, streaming just right now. Not the most ideal of circumstances, mind you, but we get what we got. And I actually originally I meant to mention this on Monday, but I forgot. But I was going to mention that this Friday actually I wouldn't be having a stream because there's something today at around 5ish that I'm planning to be at, so I wouldn't be able to stream today. However, it would seem that this past evening I could not sleep at all. I have one of those insomnias. They call it one of them insomnias, just without the in, just the somnia. Got one of them insomnia. Hey, give me a quick order of that somnia. No cheese. You know I hate them somnias with the cheese. But yeah, I was like Al Pacino, in the Nolan movie, just unable to sleep throughout the whole night, just laying there for hours. And that happens sometimes. My sleep schedule's it's not an easy task to get down. But yeah, so I ended up not getting any sleep, and I've been awake like a good full day-ish now. And so this thing that I've had planned for my evening tonight that would be an event. It's not. I would like. That's the thing. I might end up going still. However, I might not have the energy. So, regardless whether or not I end up going to the event or not, it would be happening in Bay City. But I decided, you know what, I'm up. Might as well do something with it at 9, almost 10 a.m. So here I am doing an extra surprise morning stream for y'all. And here we are. I hope if you're watching this in the morning, you're having a good one. I hope it's not too strenuous. A Friday morning, a lot of people are probably, off to their jobs. Most of my peeps I know are working double time like right now. For dirt cheap in this poor ass, dumb ass economy. So many things going on today. Oh, another thing I need to address, because here's the thing. In the last stream, the one I just said where I addressed that I probably wouldn't be streaming on this Friday, you might not even know what the fuck I'm talking about, seeing as the last stream currently isn't uploaded, at least on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's on Twitch and Facebook, but there was a problem last stream and it cut out on YouTube like 2 minutes into it. So I'm going to try and see if I can get that worked back up and running and uploaded. But yeah, what was I gonna say about that? Yeah, well, yeah. So on the last stream, I talked a lot about the Supreme Court and its just, stupefying decisions. The latest of which, of course, being the overturning of Roe v. Wade. But man, has their credibility not been there for a while. Literally, like a year ago, the Supreme Court voted to allow an American company, Nestle, to have child slavery. Our Supreme Court decided to forgive our dear Lord corporate Nestle fucking monopolists, decided to let them get away with child slavery. You can look that up if you want. It's very real. It's an official ruling as of like 2021, 2020 maybe. So it's not surprising, that we're here with all this horseradish for a governance. But that's that's what it's a really it's a middling James Taylor song I just tried to reference. My father would probably say it's above mid tier, but it's mid tier for me. It has that 80s like glah to it, so it kind of turns me off the wrong way, even though it's a good song. Let me look at my notes. I have notes. I made notes. My insomnia brain with no sleep. This thing is gonna be just probably a little more energy deficient stream. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm just bro, why is the world just continuing to fall apart? We are just, along for this ride. What our corporate owners keep on dictating we be distracted by. I'll be just right back. In fact, it's right there, the thing I'm grabbing. So I'll be literally right back. You can count down like... Give me like 9 seconds, alright? Seven, 8, 9. Okay. Look at that. Maybe I made it. Who's got the time, eh? You got the time? Were you clocking that one? Were you keeping track? It's time to just we gotta wrap ourselves up, get these warm feelings so that we can just shake this climate catastrophe, economic catastrophe, social equality and protections, just all this. Just gotta wrap ourselves up and just, we gotta just like close our eyes, you know, and if you just focus for a minute, you gotta really focus. Just close your eyes, you know, trying to get into that state that you feel best in. You know, wrap yourself up in your blanket, wrap yourself up in a, you know, tarp. You got a tarp, just wrap yourself in that and feel the warmth of that tarp. And, you know, if you picture it hard enough and just focus, the unbelievably just unfettered crony capitalism we have, all of it, and it being supported and surviving, being sustained only by our corporate socialism, in direct contradiction of all these labels everyone tries to pretend like have correlation in this two-party duopoly system that's so rigged. If you just close your eyes and breathe in, it's still there. And you can just feel warm while knowing that the world is still falling to pieces. But it's good to feel warm. The summer's heating up, though. Every summer's been hotter than the last one, and I bet this one's just going to be a hoot. Oh God, I don't even have my glasses on. Is this the first time I've streamed without my glasses? That's alright. I mean, they're really dirty glasses anyway. Oh my God, I need to clean these things. You want to see it? Look at that. Can you see how... Oh, look at how dirty that is. Oh, and I'm going to wear them. I'm going to just make everyone mad. Nope. I literally actually need to clean them. It's like everything just went out of focus. Not because of the prescription, but just because of the... the just mesh of whatever that is on there. Look. No one's here on the stream. You know why? Because no one's probably expecting it to come at this time. It means we're all alone here, you and me. You and me, the watcher after this has already come out. The watcher after. I don't know what I'm even saying. But yeah, you know, it's just us. It's just us now. Harrison Ford can't save you. I guess I'll try and explain a bit of one of my last statements. Some people, you know, that's the thing. All these words we have, you know, capitalism. I mean, everyone's got a good idea on what capitalism means, I suppose. But in contrast with what people's ideas are of socialism and other things, and I'm not, I don't call myself a socialist. I don't call myself a libertarian. I happen to have beliefs that end up lining up with them. I end up having beliefs that line up with pretty much anyone of any kind of label. There'll be something that can line up. All these useless labels are just not helpful and incorrect sometimes. You know, that's the thing. We have all these, you know, people. God, it's so funny, the farce. It's so hilarious, the farce of a play, our political stages. You know, we got this Ron DeSantis guy who's kind of coming up in the right wing a bit. He's a governor of Florida. Kind of gained some notoriety during COVID. Was very, you know, anti-lockdown and all that stuff. The vid. Oh God, is this video going to get taken down and demonetized because I mentioned the pandemic that we all had to just deal with? Oh God. But yes, this Ron DeSantis guy. God, so you can't even like put any of these people into really an ideology because they're Their true ideology is just subsidizing corporations, socialism for corporations, corporate socialism. The government just giving handouts of money. Some of it literally just printed out of thin air. A lot of it more, though, coming out of your tax dollars. All that money that apparently can't be spent on anybody, we spend on subsidies to giant corporations. We just give them giant packages of millions and billions. And Ron DeSantis specifically is such a fraud in his own bubble that he's doing this pseudo populist attempt at he's sprinkling in there some we gotta get rid of we can't have big tech and these corporations stand up. He's mentioning some corporate fight back in just the teeniest amount of his language, even though he's still funded by all these super PACs, just as corrupt as any of the other slugs out there. But even more hypocritical, his whole campaign he's been doing recently, and this whole shtick of Florida that's been going on there, is this anti-Disney movement. It's anti-woke altogether. It's this whole kind of thing. But regardless of how you feel about it, it's supposedly literally anti-Disney specific. Disney is specifically the big corporation that this right-wing thing is going after, that Ron DeSantis is trying to catch on to and promote really in a way. However, the same guy, he literally he signed a bill giving $300 and $400 million to Disney and well, what? It's all fake. It's all not real. People don't really care about any of the issues that people care about. Actually, Ron DeSantis, another supposed populisty right guy, he was a completely not in favor and shit talked the $15 minimum wage amendment that was proposed in Florida. And guess what? It passed. The state that voted for Trump voted for Ron DeSantis. The people chose to give themselves a minimum wage of $15 an hour, and they have it now, despite the governor fighting against it. So he's probably going to be someone we are seeing on the scene coming soon. This, oh God. What it leads to won't be, super exciting if it ends up bad. But this Republican primary that's going to be coming up, man, it is going to be a marvel to watch. Holy fucking shit, is it going to be because now, in the first, Republican primary, none of the Republicans had really backed Trump yet. They all hated him, were trying to get him out. They didn't think he could possibly win. Are you kidding? Right? But then he won. They were all wrong and underestimated the Don. The long Don Silver. But after he won the primary, and went on to win the presidency, of course, especially all these Republicans, fell in line to, oh God, please, Mr. Trump, please give me your endorsement. Please, I'll say anything. I'll talk about the big lie. I'll talk about the everything. I'll talk about how you're the greatest. And just everyone talks so great about you. And so you can't really do that. You can't do an impression of Trump talking to Trump. That doesn't really work. But yeah, Lindsey Graham, there's that clip of him in the race in 2016, and he's like, I don't like Trump. He's a bigot. I don't like him. He does not represent my party. And then it was 3 weeks later, he was fucking lapping Trump's taint, lapping it up. So it's gonna be really assuming Trump runs, which seems likely. Seems very likely. There are, there's factions, people in the Republican Party now who are very understanding in their eyes of Trump is it, and we gotta just follow along, or he gives us the boot, because anything other than total, worship to Trump pretty much publicly and privately. Um, if you do anything below that perfect bar, Trump will say you're a fraud. He's a fake news media hack. It's terrible, just terrible. I don't even know. I'm too insomniated to fucking think of a good Trump impression line. Is that a word? Don't know if I just made that up or now or not. Insomniated, insomnified. But yeah, so this next primary is gonna be an interesting bloodbath of sorts. Because now there are people in the Republican Party who really do want to ditch Trump and think wrongly, in my opinion. Not because I agree with Trump or his policies, but because of they're wrong on the read of the situation and what they think they can achieve, just like they were last time. They think that Trump is it's time for him to be out and the Republicans can move on without him. And, I mean, maybe they can. Maybe this whole January 6th thing, which is a whole other thing going on right now, all this January 6th hearing stuff and the, what's her name was talking about him trying to grab the steering wheel and throwing someone's lunch on the White House wall. That's so funny and deranged, but really funny to picture it happening. Like, just picture Trump going, I'm the fucking president! I don't know. I'm the fucking president. Okay. I don't know. It's not really, I've done better. But yeah, this time around, like, people like Ron DeSantis and Mike Pence, who's going to run too, they're going to be trying to go after Trump. And so it'll be interesting to see that again, to see the division sow again, and see, God, none of them have that, unreadable edge that Trump has. No one can really predict what the fuck Trump's going to say. And that's what gives him, like, these debate, see, I call it an advantage because that's why I've learned to see it now. I didn't back then because, remember when all the debates happened with Hillary and Trump? And each one, the feeling was kind of like decisively like, oh my God, Trump fucked it up so bad. Is he serious? He can't be serious. And everybody thought the election was already won. And it was going to be a landslide in the opposite direction of who ended up taking the Electoral College. And mind you, he didn't get the popular vote. But to get the Electoral College, you still have to get a lot more than what people thought he was going to get. And so his debate style, if you can fucking call it that, the way he just is, because guess what? That's the whole point of why a lot of people love him, is because that is who he is. He's just this kind of way all the time. And you can disagree with it, but it is an honest person. Unlike Ron DeSantis, unlike all these other people, Nancy Pelosi, we really don't know who the fuck they are, actually. We don't know what they act like. You know exactly who Trump is, though. You do. Doesn't mean, for some people, that's enough for them to vote for him because they had seen, the Clinton administration already. They didn't want another one, a worse one probably, and I can't blame them. But so, Trump's style of just being able to just, he's very, sometimes he can be quick, and he said, God, in the debate with Hillary, when she was saying, I did, whatever, blah, 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 and then just Trump just watches because he'd be in jail. It's like, oh my God, what? He really said that. He really just, and whether or not even, it's not so much I'm even enthusiastic that it's like, oh, yay, got her. It's just no one says that. No one used to say that, but now things are different in this political scheme, aren't they? I'm wearing a fucking cape. And, yeah. Speaking of primaries, another bit of news that's going on is that Biden and the Democrats are apparently, this isn't being covered very much, and maybe it'll change. this is some news for Michiganders out there. Biden, who is apparently going to run again still while he's alive, barely. He apparently is planning on running because that'll go great. God, it's unbelievable how you managed to pull this last election off. He got the popular vote, won it, and those COVID, all those mail-ins, that was the prediction that came through, but it was close still, and it's gonna be not. This time around will be super fun, right? It might be, who knows? I mean that genuine actually. And what if we get somebody who's running in 2024 who's actually inspirational and sends waves? Maybe it'll happen. It could happen. It could be independent. It could be someone with a shitty, meaningless label that just ends up being a letter next to your name. But whoever it is, be somebody. But anyways, back from my derailment of a derailment. Holy shit! Oh, sorry, I forgot. That's one of my alarms. It scared the fuck out of me. It's one of my alarms to remind me to. But see, I'm not trying to be awake right now because I already am awake because I didn't sleep. So I'll just go turn off my other alarms. I have to set like multiple alarms, like back to back, like a lot of them, and all with different sounds. And sometimes I'll have all these alarms, and my body will literally just say nope, and it won't work. I won't hear it. It won't wake me up. But it works often enough, which is why I do them all. Normally, like the fourth alarm might get me, but sometimes I can go through all of them and no dice. We love circadian rhythm disorder. But anywho's, Jesus, I can't get to the fucking point. Joe Biden and the Democrats, the Democrats, are in preparation for the 2024 race. They're apparently looking to move around the primary dates for the different states. And how it's been for like a long time has been like Iowa, of course, is first, then New Hampshire, Nevada, then get to Super Tuesday, and then bada bada boom, bada bing, bada ba. But apparently, Joseph R. Biden is thinking of some strategies on how we can, try and rig it a little bit, because that's, of course, what they like to do. In this, however, the state that looks to be moved up to the first state of the primary, the first state of the 2024 election in total, will be Michigan. I think that's... Let me just look up right now to see if it's changed, but I'm pretty sure that Michigan right now is being set to be the first primary of the Democratic primary, at least, the first state. And it makes a little more sense because Michigan's turned now into a battleground state. We're kind of at the heart of a lot of things right now. And here's just another one. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting for Michiganders. Look, we're going to be, normally Iowa gets the thing. Iowa. I mean, I love you, Iowa. I love you like a dear cousin I met a couple times. And, only see, like, every 4 Thanksgivings with the in-laws. I don't know. But, Iowa. It's our turn now. Michigan, it's our turn. Okay, Dem primary Michigan. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's the Michigan Democrats who asked for it early. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So Michigan Dems launch lobbying effort to earn early 2024 primary. Okay, to hold one of the first presidential primary. Okay. So basically, they want to get moved up from a week or two after Super Tuesday to like the first week. Maybe the first one. Be pretty neat if we were there, but I don't know if it. I don't know if it's gonna do Biden much good to just move it up. I don't think that's gonna really factor much into people's opinions of the president. But who knows? What do I know? Que sera, sera. Let's see. My voice is shot. Sorry. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Well, looks like we got about 15-ish minutes, I think, till I'm going to stop the stream. Yeah, that seems about right. Hope you guys enjoyed that little ditty. And if not, that's alright. You don't gotta. Oh, look, we got one viewer on Twitch. Is it who I think it is? Might be. Yeah. You know, like, so many things. In fact, there might be like an infinite amount of things. Possibly. Maybe not infinite, I guess. Actually, yeah. No, it is infinite. There is, I'm pretty sure there's an infinite, number of things, literally, that there's an infinite number of circumstances in one's life, the ways of how things may be, so to speak. There are 1,000 million infinite amount of things in someone's life that aren't of their choosing, are just, given. We receive a lot of what we are given, whether we choose to really receive it or not. In fact, we don't really choose. Sometimes we end up being given things that we're grateful for. Often we're given things that we realize are, everybody's got stuff to be grateful for, and everybody's got things to, think, maybe this could be different. But that's the woe of all life, isn't it, There's so many things that one doesn't get to choose about their world, and whether that world means themselves and their body and the world of their, ego, persona that fucking, was given. How does moving what state goes first change anything? Is it not just counted the same? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed your question there. Lowly constituent. You bystander. How dare you ask a question like that? I don't fucking know what I'm saying anymore. I got insomnia, remember? I didn't sleep. But yeah, a trusted audience member. To answer your question, yeah, it doesn't really change much in terms of how things are. Like, it's still going to be the same type of election, assuming they actually don't, really rig it, which they probably will. It's what Julian Assange and WikiLeaks discovered in 2016 that they did to rig against Bernie, and that he actually probably won it, literally. But anyways, more just that's the thing. It seemed like a kind of weird move to just, go for that. But, yeah, the order of things kind of does end up mattering somehow. Like in the 2020 primary, so here's the thing. However he's choosing to put Michigan first, it's probably to avoid a scenario similar to what almost happened in the 2020 primary before they decided to cancel on principles and dignity and such things, But Bernie literally won Iowa, the first primary. He then won Pennsylvania, the second one. And then Bernie won Nevada, and this was the third one. He didn't just win it, actually. He won Nevada by over 20 points. Huge victory. Won the first three. So then comes Super Tuesday, which is the next one. I'm pretty sure that was the next one, and it's where all there's like 10 or 12 or fucking 20 states that are all on that day. Michigan wasn't on that day. I think it was a little afterward. But then Super Tuesday came around, and in the last, like, 4 days, 3 days maybe before it, Buttigieg drops out, who actually had more electoral votes than Biden did at the time. Biden literally got like 9% in Iowa. Our sitting president got 9% of the vote in the first primary of our last cycle. So, and that, by the way, that's never happened in the history of America. No primary has ever gone that way. No primary has ever had a single person win the first 3 primaries and then lose. Vice versa, no primary, no election has had somebody get less than 10% of the vote in the first elections and then win the whole election after the primary. That hasn't happened either. So it's pretty unprecedented, the amount of cuckness the Democrats do. They were smarter than the Republicans in their regard in the 2020 primary, when they decided to, not have everybody drop out and endorse Biden. Or endorse Trump, I mean. But yeah, so it's kind of it shouldn't, moving Michigan up shouldn't factor that much, other than that it's a battleground state. And so that's the thing, the race changed by the time Super Tuesday came around, so the order of things can matter. It's just, I don't know, it can be difficult to gauge. And I don't know, it's almost like maybe he probably wants to get like a battleground state like Michigan out of the way, maybe. Like better chances, I guess, because you're not just going for like Democratic blue states like New Hampshire and Nevada, Iowa, I feel like could is like swingy. Maybe I'm wrong, but here's the thing: Michigan was a blue state apparently, right? And now we're a battleground state. If everybody just treated every fucking state like a battleground state and actually tried to fucking just care for the people in it, and it wouldn't. God, see, we separate. We compare this whole system separates into, the two sides that are apparently the fucking two sides. They don't even end up doing much because they already know the people are going to vote for them, because they just don't want to vote for the other guy. So they don't even really campaign. They don't even talk to people on the ground much. And when they do, most of the time you'll get there's, oh my God, there's such an awesome video. It's not awesome really. It's sad why it's happening, but it made me so happy to see. There's a video of Beto O'Rourke that came out recently. It's a video someone took of Beto O'Rourke outside, at a protest thing. Kind of. Or there's protesters around Beto O'Rourke somehow. And it's for the abortion amendment, or not amendment, the abortion overturning, But yeah, so Beto O'Rourke is there, who's a Democrat, corporate shill Democrat, Texas, my brother actually met Beto O'Rourke. Was much more excited than I was about it. But it's fair enough. Anybody's exciting. But Beto O'Rourke, when these people met Beto O'Rourke, recently, very recently, this whole group of people, pro-choice people, the chant they were chanting to Beto O'Rourke's face was, "Democrats, we call your bluff. Voting blue is not enough." Democratic voters were saying that. Democrats, we call your bluff. Voting blue is not enough. That's where we're at, because that's the truth, because these fucking Democrats don't even care about this abortion shit, really. Maybe they do, but all these things that they maybe care about, we just have to think maybe they do, because whenever they have power, they don't do anything with it. And they have a majority right now. They have a majority. They could get something done right now if they actually wanted to, but they don't. And the truth is, they never do. They're going to keep on telling you, oh my God, Roe v. Wade, can you please give us money? Could you just fundraise my campaign? I'm Speaker Pelosi 2022. Oh, I'm so sad. Fuck off. God, I'm just trying to get money out of this shit. It's so fucking, like, everyone's onto it now. Thankfully. But it's sad still. It's like, you know, Obama apparently, not apparently, he did, but like, you know, wasn't as acutely attuned into it back then as I was today. But like Obama getting elected, which by the way, he had a supermajority when he got elected, much more than we have right now. He had a majority in the House and the Senate, enough to fucking do something. Didn't do it about healthcare. Waited until the GOP took over and had to pass a right-wing think tank bill. That's Obamacare. Slight improvement. Thank you, Obama. Thanks, Obama. I have a pre-existing condition, so you helped me. For real, thank you. But, like, remember how you said that, like, one of the first things you were going to do when you got in office was codify Roe v. Wade into law? You said that. And then you got in office with a supermajority, and what did you do? Diddly fucking nothing. So, the Democrats have, they have zero trust, and for good reason. Not that the Republicans have any trust, they just have the energy, which is, you know, we need to be able to put energy in places other than the Republican Party solely, or the Democratic Party solely. We need something different. We need independent-minded people. You know? We need some independence to be out there and represent all the dependents. You know, all the people who can't afford living costs and mortgages and the housing price bubble. Oh, wait, we have Bub, by the way. Hey, guess what? Please. Just my personal advice. I'm not an economist. I don't have a degree. So, you know, make your own legal advice. This is not legal advice. However, I would casually advise all of you, if you're watching, to please take all of your investments out of the stock market and please do that, like, sometime soon, or not. Like, maybe right now, because we're about to have another bubble pop sometime soonish. It's kind of happening already, and it's gonna be, like, not good. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, God, so many points. I just want to honestly keep talking, but my head hurts, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my day. Probably make some changes to the plans. But yeah, I did this right now here so that I wouldn't have to stream later. Yeah, that wasn't the plan initially. There was just not going to be a stream today, but you can thank the insomnia for that one. And this is my gift to you in earnest, because I'd rather, you know, make something of it. I would. But yeah, guys, we're encroaching upon the timestamp here. And, wow. What a morning it's been. I didn't exactly get to actually say all the things I wanted to say, but then again, I always kind of find something. Find a way to either get to the point or completely, you know, forget about the point I was going to make. Who knows? Who cares? Who cares anymore about these damn points? Actually, I got all the important ones. The last one I wanted to get to was another kind of personally thing. Kind of. I don't know. You know what? I kind of want to not care about, like, getting personal, actually, like, at all. Like, at all. I want to be straight up with you guys. Anyway. But, maybe then we'll have to wait for next time or something, you know? Yeah, none of us get to choose so much of things in our lives, whether that's our own, bodies, or how people think about our bodies, whether it be gender or skin color or, all that. There's other things too. We don't get to choose our family that we're born into, if we even, get born into a family. Some people don't have that luxury. We don't get to choose what nation we're born into, what principles were held up by this before. We don't get to choose our memory, whether that be the memories we have and the life we, believe to know. But we also don't get to choose the what's the word? I wrote it down. Yeah, we don't get to choose as well, not just our memory, but we don't get to choose how decent our memory is, or shitty, or both. Sometimes things can be remembered so easily, and like it's a muscle memory. And then some things fade and you don't even know how much has faded from you, and you can't know. We don't get to choose the things that our subconscious throws away or holds on to for fucking ever. We don't really. It just happens to us in a way. That didn't really tie in. But I'm going to leave on it anyway. I love you guys. And I especially love you. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm talking about. You know who you are. Yeah, you. I mean you. You there. Yeah. All right. Good night. No. Good day. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Bye, and have a great rush hour later when it's not. Fa 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 fa.